Welcome to the Molten Furnace Fractal. One person is going to start off by approaching Rox and Braum to activate the dialogue. Once they're done talking, speak to Rox and the Fractal can begin. We're gonna stack over here and blast some Might and Fury for ourselves before the initial enemies spawn. As the orange portal appears, the mobs will spawn, though they will remain invulnerable for a short period of time, so hold your crowd controls for a moment. Instead, drop down reflects and or dodge the first couple of shockwaves coming your way. Then, pull the enemies together and clean them down. Once the first 4 mobs are dead, an elite mob will spawn, which has pretty heavy mechanics that no one ever sees because he literally dies within seconds. So, let's proceed to the tunnel. There is unfortunately no way of speeding up the drill, so simply stick with it as there will be rock slides knocking you down if you stay too far away from the drill. Throughout this tunnel we'll hit 5 caves with different enemies inside, all of which can hit really hard. The first cave contains Morellos. Pull them together and cleave them down as they are rather easily dealt with. Once the enemies in each cave are dead, a boulder will spawn. Pick it up and place it on the marked red gear inside each cave, before proceeding to the next cave. The second cave for us contains Tar Elemental. Be sure to pull them together and possibly blind them. Place the boulder and proceed. Third cave for us contains Red Ooze. Be sure to not blind these, as it will proc an extremely deadly AoE. Rather, try to manage them with crowd control. Place the boulder and proceed. Fourth cave for us contains Devourers. Nothing special about these, so again, pull together and clean. Place the boulder and proceed. Fifth and final cave for us contains Fire Elementals. These you need to be very mindful of, as their lava fonts deal incredible amounts of damage. Your best bet is going to try and keep them permanently crowd controlled or interrupt their attacks while blinding them. Place the final boulder and proceed. As we leave the tunnel, there is a massive cluster of enemies. Not all of these can be blinded, but nonetheless, make sure to coordinate the use of your sandstorms or other blind fields. Try as much as you can to keep them together with pulls, and you want to keep your reflects up for dear life. Finish the shaman, as he is prone to not joining the group, but rather likes to attack ranged. These walls of air can only be deactivated if you placed all the boulders correctly inside the tunnel. As the NPC dialogue ends, the walls will periodically turn off and on. If I could change anything in this fractal, it would be to make Rox and Braum not so damn slow. Once their dialogue activates on this ledge, blast swiftness for them so that they may one day catch up with the rest of the party. The weapons testing facility is a closed-off arena where your party will be subjected to 3 different weapons, 2 of which can be completely negated with the use of a Revenant Ventari tablet or any other form of reflex really. The first weapon we'll see are these AoE fires that gets shot out in specific patterns. Simply stack your group here and upkeep the projectile negation for the entirety of this weapon test. Or just stand in the fire if the Mesmer forgets that he can reflect as well. Once this phase is over, we can damage the thermal core in the center for 25% of its health. Then the second weapon test will begin. These are fire tornadoes, which rapidly move from one end of the room to another. For this too, you can simply upkeep reflex for your party. Alternatively, you can just turn off your upkeep and make your mage dodge through the tornadoes. one's over, we can damage the core again, but this time a veteran will spawn to try and protect the core, making it invulnerable for a time, if he's not pushed far enough away from it. So make sure to coordinate your knockbacks, not like we just did. When the core hits 50% health, the third weapons test will begin. Simply stand here, out of range from the 2 furthest shockwaves, so that you only need to deal with 2 of the 4 of them. All you need to do is jump over the shockwaves or dodge through them. Once done, the veteran will spawn again. Be sure to push him back before engaging the core again. As the core hits its last 25% health, all weapons will activate at once, but now you can still attack the core. Stay stacked, upkeep your reflects, jump the shockwaves, and just attack the core. Conclusively to this fractal, the weapons test engineer will spawn at the gate. Be sure to have might and fury as he spawns. Immediately break his bar. He has a very little health pool, so if your party has high enough damage, you might kill him before any of the weapons activate again. And that is how to complete the Master Tier Molten Furnace Fractal. Enjoy your loot. Until next time, we'll see you in the mist.